Right now in Missouri, thousands of people are on the lam running from police, many in violation of parole or probation.
And we found out the prison system and cops aren't looking for them. So in a special investigative report tonight, ABC 17's Hannah Mordeau took the job on herself of tracking down some of the state's dangerous criminals living right here, free in mid-Missouri.
In 2011, more than 7,000 offenders in our state absconded, meaning they violated their parole or probation with the State Department of Corrections, the people who run our prison system. It's a problem that continues to grow and one the state does not want to talk about. In fact, when I asked the Department of Corrections for a complete list of absconders in Boone, Cole, and Callaway counties, it took them weeks. Once I finally got this list, I started to track down the people right here in mid-Missouri. These are the mugshots of wanted men and women, but they're not behind bars. Some are living right here in mid-Missouri. The reason I know is because they're simply posting about it on Facebook.
Almost everybody has social media, and you know, they communicate just like everybody else does.
You might remember Rashad Washington. He's on parole for selling drugs, and he's violated that parole. Police conducted an extensive manhunt for him back in September, but he got away. They haven't caught him, but I found him on Facebook. The Hickman High School alum claims to still be living here in Columbia, and he's not the only one. I found more than a dozen wanted felons posting pictures, phone numbers, and videos on social media websites, some even detailing where they are and what gang they belong to. When you guys are looking for a parole violator, would you ever use Facebook to do that?
Not normally. We haven't in the past.
But that turned out to be a great way for me to start moving in on some of these guys. In fact, social media quickly led me to family members of 4 violators. So do you know him?
That's my son.
Does it surprise you to hear that he's wanted by police and wanted by the state?
I knew he probably was in trouble, but I didn't know, that.
Yeah. While on parole, Michael Yancey allegedly tried to run over his girlfriend with a car. He's supposed to be in prison now, but Facebook says he's in Columbia.
But Michael is not staying here with me. I haven't seen Michael since he got in trouble.
Okay, well, do you know where he's at?
No, I don't. I've been trying to find out myself.
So I started searching.
Hi, my name is Keisha Kibbe, and I'm a current student at Mizzou.
She had a couple of days left before they took the bracelet off, and she was getting antsy, and she cut it off. That's the only thing I know.
Kibbe went to prison for stealing credit cards and broke her parole. I figured out she's now in St. Robert and still talks to her mom. This is Hannah again with ABC 17. How are you doing today?
Oh, a little frustrated with my daughter. I've told her repeatedly to call you.
She never did call me, but I made lots of calls, looking for dozens of absconders. Finally, a hit.
Hello?
Hi, Tyron?
Yes.
You're on our list of parole violators, so that's why we were giving you a call. Are you aware that you're in violation of your parole?
Yes.
I tracked down this man, Tyron Trower. He's been behind bars for 5 DWIs. Now he's wanted in Callaway County for endangering a child and running from police. Do you think it's time to turn yourself in, or?
No. They pissed me off. I was 9 months out of prison. I was taking my daughter to the park. They knew I didn't have a driver's license, and that's why I ran.
And he's still on the loose, living openly and enjoying watching his kids grow up. Anything indicating someone's looking for you from law enforcement?
Police have tried at my mom's.
We just kind of wanted to see for ourselves if we could find you, and it's come down to, I've got you on the phone. Have they gotten that far?
No. I don't even know how you got my phone number.
I simply looked for it. And if I got so far in all these cases, why can't the DOC or police? These guys are so wanted, and we just found them.
Well, yeah, and some of it has to do with, once again, resources in the criminal justice system.
Right now, the DOC relies solely on local law enforcement to pick up these criminals, which tends to only happen when they get pulled over and police run their name through the system.
There isn't a task force that's set up specifically to try to track down this set of individuals.
I went through looking on social media websites, primarily Facebook, and matched about a dozen of them, just over a dozen. I went to both the Columbia Police Department and the Boone County Sheriff's Department and showed them how far I got. To me, that seems strange that I could go find these people, but they still haven't been picked up by police or law enforcement.
Right. And that comes down to resources. How much resources do you have to commit to going and finding people who have already been through trial.
Police say they have to prioritize and first find the criminals who are currently committing crimes. Then look at how dangerous the absconders are, allowing some to essentially slip through the cracks.
Without raising taxes, there's going to be a cost to pay, and maybe that cost is that we aren't as effective and efficient at catching some people like parole absconders that we otherwise would be able to catch.
Meaning for law enforcement in mid-Missouri, finding the people the Department of Corrections has lost track of comes last, and looking for them on Facebook isn't an option.
Not enough manpower, not enough resources to dedicate somebody specifically to sit and just watch Facebook all day long.
Or to even actively look for these people at all times.
Right.
So if more needs to be done, who should be picking up the slack?
The question then becomes whose resource? You know, it's the state's absconders. It's their people that they monitor.
I tried to talk to the DOC to find out why they aren't searching for these people. And as I said, they're not talking.
You have reached the voicemail of Chris Klein, Communications Director for the Missouri Department of Corrections.
After I called and emailed them a dozen times. Hi, Chris. This is Hannah again with ABC 17 News, just trying to get a hold of you. They stopped responding to me and refused to sit down face-to-face to answer my questions. In the end, despite them avoiding the issue, it's clear a problem does exist. There's definitely a problem, but
No easy solution.
according to the DOC's website, after 5 years, more than half of the people on parole for a second time end up going back to prison. To help you understand that better, I found more than a dozen absconders on Facebook, and all but one had a lengthy criminal past.
All right, thanks a lot, Hannah. Both the Columbia Police Department and the Boone County Sheriff's Department do warrant roundups looking for these criminals.